We went on a ski trip.
Where did we go?
We went to Jackson Hole in Wyoming.
The first day and the second
Yeah.
day was blizzarding. I don't like being a beginner or being unsuccessful at something. You know.
Shocker.
Also feel like I have only so many good skiing days left, so that got me upset. And then
That's a lie.
I guess.
There was old ladies on the slopes. You're going to be fine. There were like older ladies on the slopes. And you're not an older lady.
Okay.
You're fine.
I had a lot of embarrassing moments on this for some reason. It was fun though.
It was really fun.
I like our travel vibe when we travel together. I think we have a good companionship in the travel zone, right? We have our roles.
We have a good rhythm.
We have a rhythm. You organize, plan, and get us places, and I bring the happy juice and the dancing party wherever we go.
The happy juice.
The dancing party wherever we go. I'm like ready to go.
Let's go.
Let's go. Hi, Julie.
Hello, Helen.
Welcome back. Welcome back home to California. It's been 3 days since I've seen your face, I think, in person.
Mm-hmm.
You miss me?
I do.
I miss you too. But you know, it's funny. I have a TikTok all ready for us when you arrive on Wednesday again, since you're coming back into town. I have a TikTok ready for us. It's going to be fun. I have a couple picked out.
So prepared.
I know you better be prepared because I'm going to really now I'm going to be in my content zone. A lot of times when we're together on vacation, we make content, but we're not in that content zone. But when I'm home and you come to me, I'm continuously in content zone. So I'm kind of pumped. I'm ready. Yay.
Okay.
All right, let's have a little recap. I think today we should talk about so many things that happened during the trip because I think they relate to real life in such a good way. And so let's kick it off. What would you say? Let's start with.
Let's explain what the trip was for people.
Okay, good idea. Why don't you start us off?
We went on a ski trip.
Where did we go?
We went to Jackson Hole in Wyoming.
Okay.
And which ended up being one of the hardest mountains you could possibly ski in the States.
Yes. Well, as Dad would say, why didn't you do the research before you booked the trip? But I did look into Jackson Hole enough. I just didn't go into the depths of how difficult is the mountain. Didn't realize it was more of an advanced mountain overall. And we're pretty good. We ski blues. There's tons. I looked at the trails. There was tons of blue trails. Unbeknownst to me, the blue trails equal blacks out there for some reason. Not in Park City and not in other places we ski. Blues are blues. I thought it was funny that the whole time on this trip, we were comparing everything to Park City.
We were, because Park City is perfect.
Let's talk about all the reasons why we think Park City is perfect. Number one, close to the airport.
Amazing.
Number two, lots of mountain to ski for even intermediate skiers. You can go right to the top and you can always get down. That's probably my favorite thing. What are some of your favorite things about Park City?
I like the mountain, obviously, what you were just saying. I like that there's like a town and things to do in the downtown area, and it's very cute, and it's not just like Park City merch stores.
Oh, right.
There's like cute things to do.
There's good stores too.
Yeah. And there's like a bus, and it's only, if you're staying near the mountain and you want to go downtown, it's only like a 10-minute bus ride. It's all very conveniently located.
Wasn't there a cute museum we went to, or did I not do that with you?
Yes, we went to a museum.
So fun with the old ski, how you got to the ski mountain back in the day. I love that. There was a lot of good things about it. A lot of good places to stay, a lot of options because we've been to different parts of the mountain. And it was excellent. I really thought Jackson Hole was going to be good because we were staying right at the base of the mountain. I thought that was going to be a major plus. And I loved where we stayed. Yeah, it was. It had some good things about it. I mean, I think one of the funniest things, which I posted on my Instagram story, was how all the pathways were heated. As you'll notice, all of the pathways are heated so that you can walk and not get hurt, not fall. But every way to get out of a pathway is this. Every single one. There's no way around it. Isn't that crazy? I've almost fallen multiple times. But at the end of every pathway, you always had to climb up a couple of feet of snow to get out of the pathway to then get back onto another pathway. And
Mhm.
I was thinking about that a lot because I made a funny joke about it. Like, why is every pathway ending with a mountain you have to climb and almost, die trying to get up and down this thing with regular shoes on? I'm going to demonstrate. This one happens to have some good footholds to dig in here, but usually you're like climbing like this. You can't get up without almost falling. Now, getting up, not a big deal. It's getting down. This is the big deal. You've got to slide yourself down. Hold on. Let me not fall. Okay, every time. There's no way around it. And then you're on another nice heated path, so it's great. But it did occur to me that because of the people skiing down from the hill directly to the condo, it needed to be a ski slope down. But still, I think there could be a steps type thing. If I was managing that place, I would be digging steps into that. It was crazy, Julie. Tell me it was not. Sit here and tell me it wasn't.
It was crazy, but it was like you're hyper fixated on one very small detail.
It was so crazy for me. I just thought every single time we got to we're trying to go out to dinner at night, we'd have to walk. We get to the end of the pathway, we got to climb in whatever boots we're wearing. Very frustrating. Anyway, whatever. That was one of my pet peeves of staying so close and having it be so strange. This like strange little detail. Yeah, hyper fixated. All right, onward. But I loved the place we stayed. The spa was really, really nice. Major perk coming off that mountain and going into
the spa.
Wasn't it great?
It was pretty great. Yeah.
I think we
tried the outdoor hot tubs 1st and it was like blizzarding and it was very unpleasant. And then we went inside and we were directed to the spa room, which was not like properly advertised as something you can just go into. And it was like Zen City.
All right, we found a better place for a hot tub. Look at that. Indoor, no snow on our heads. Hi, Jewel. The spa. This is nice. Oh, look at that. Whew. And it even has a steam room over here. I usually love a good outdoor, I usually love a good outdoor thing, but this one was not pleasant. I think also the struggle we had was we skied the wrong 2 days of the trip. Not that we would have had a big choice about it, but the first day and the second day was blizzarding. And then by the third day, which is what we decided was going to be our spa day, because it was the last day before we traveled home. And that was the nice day, was pleasant. And then the final day when we had to fly was sunny and beautiful. So a little bit, I don't know, a little bit was random with the weather and things were backwards. So I keep thinking if it would have happened in reverse, if we would have had the 2 nice days to ski, we might have done better, because I think it was tough coming down that mountain with powder piling on the skis and not being able to turn. Even on the easy part of the mountain, I was struggling and I felt like a beginner, and it was really frustrating. I don't like being a beginner or being unsuccessful at something. Shocker. I also get very upset when I feel that I'm not maximizing my vacation time. And I know you could say, oh, we relaxed and we did, but I also feel like I have only so many good skiing days left. So that got me upset. And then
That's a lie.
I guess.
There was old ladies on the slopes. You're going to be fine. There were like older ladies on the slopes, and you're not an older lady. You're fine.
I get inside my own head about it. I'm like, I only have so many ski days left. It gets very upsetting. But anyway, I don't know. I think that we didn't, in hindsight too, I probably would, if we were doing it over, I would have booked a lesson the first day just to say, get back. Because it's nice to have a lesson and get yourself grounded into your zone again. Because it's not like we ski a lot. We go once a year and we go for this week trip. Of course, I went with Jonathan one day, but that was very, very, very beginner skiing, since he couldn't even make it down the mountain this year without falling, and me helping him up and sweating. But anyway, I don't know. I thought it was fun. I like our travel vibe when we travel together. I think we have a good companionship in the travel zone, right? We have our roles.
We have a good rhythm.
We have a rhythm. I'm going to say the rules. You organize, plan, and get us places, and I bring the happy juice and the dancing party wherever we go.
The happy juice.
The dancing party wherever we go. I'm like ready to go. Well, you come along. You're happy with me.
Yeah.
Is that I have to get the party started wherever we go in a way. Don't I?
God forbid.
It's
Yes, you
fun.
do.
It's fun. It was fun making content and having you be my queen videographer with the commentary, the comedy commentary, as it were.
We just gotta go down to that one chair and then we'll take it up. Yeah.
What? All right, let's talk about a few of the things that happened. I'm gonna because I made a list of things I wanted to not forget to say. So number one, I fell. I haven't fell skiing in such I haven't fallen. Haven't fell. I haven't fallen on skis in a very, very long time. And the powder day, the second day, when there was powder piling on the back of my skis, I couldn't turn. I felt like I had no control, and all I had could do was pizza my way down the mountain as a beginner. I felt like I was 5 years old. I was getting so mad, and then I couldn't control even turning. And we were in a very narrow trail, and I couldn't control, and I slid right off the edge of the mountain, and I was so scared because sometimes those drop offs are far. So I went down into a pile. I was not saying nice words, had to take my skis off, shove them up onto the hill, had to walk my way down to a part that was less steep to climb up, and then walk my way back to the skis up the hill. I was not happy. And you were far from me at that time.
Yes.
And I was like, should I take out my phone and call you? But it was so cold. My hands were freezing. So I said, she'll figure out that I probably fell, but I was trying to hurry. So I was sweating. And then I was like, I should have made content, but I couldn't stop and do that because I was worried that you were waiting too long. And I thought
I
you'd
like
be
how
worried.
like how you fell and you're like, oh my God, I didn't make any
I
content about
know because
fall.
I had no proof of what
Oh
happened, how
my
I was down the side of the mountain. And I wanted to have the receipts on that. So it was embarrassing. Whatever. You didn't have any falls. You did well.
Yeah, because I was stressed.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it was hard skiing. I think it was a combination of a lot of factors that the mountain was hard, that it was blizzarding, that there was like powder accumulating, which makes it harder. Like if you're not used to it, like obviously it would take powder over ice, but
Mm-hmm.
you also couldn't see the powder because it was so blinding. So that was like the stressful part because you have to ski differently when it's powder. But if you can't see that it's powder, then you don't know that you have to ski differently.
I know. And
So it's just,
so dad was saying when I got home, he was like, you got to lean on the back of your skis when it's powder. And I think I knew that. And I think I was trying to do all the things, but it wasn't computing from what I knew to my feet, to my body. It
mhm.
wasn't computing because I was so panicked that I was not in control. I didn't like it. And it was just upsetting because I'm usually the person that wants to push through and say, okay, let's go again. So that second day when it was coming down, it was crazy. And I was sure we were going to go again, but we'll go on the lower slopes, blah, blah, blah. And then by the end of it, I was so annoyed and kind of pissed off. I didn't even want to go again because I just felt that I had progressed backwards and I wasn't happy about it.
So you
So
were just in survival mode down the
I,
mountain. Like you didn't
we
want to
were,
get hurt.
we
I also
were,
just, I'm not in like skiing shape. I'm in like hiking shape. So that was like,
yeah.
because I hike a lot. And I was like, oh, I'll be okay. I hike. My thighs and my calves were burning.
Mm.
They were unwell. And also because like last year I sprained my ankle, it's definitely like weaker than my other
Oh,
ankle. So I was getting like stressed about that. Oh, lots of stress. Even though
lots.
you wear the most uncomfortable rigid boots, nothing's really going to happen to your ankle, but it was making things hard to turn because I could tell like I don't have the same amount of strength in my
Strength in the
left
ankle.
ankle
Yeah.
that
Your
I do
ankle's
in my
weak.
right ankle.
That's
So
a fact. That's a
now we've
fact.
already one thing that we did on this trip was already plan the dates for next year's trip. So now I'm gonna start like a working out for skiing. I'm gonna be
You'll be
prepared.
ready. You'll be ready. Me too. Well, I don't know. I didn't feel as much the pain of because I've been doing a lot of weights and upper body, lower body stuff. So I didn't feel that as much as I felt my calves because you're not in ski boots a lot. So who really puts their foot in this very, what is it, pronated position where your ankle's so bent and you're pressing? That's
Yeah.
that's not a normal state, even when you're walking or running or anything. It's just not a normal state. So that it's always debilitating. It used to be really, really bad when I was a snowboarder. It's a little better as a skier, I have to say. But sometimes after the first snowboarding day, felt like I was so crippled I couldn't even walk. So I was feeling a little bit of that, which was a bummer. I don't know. And I also felt that I had a lot of embarrassing moments on this for some reason.
Why do you feel like that?
Okay. Should I name a couple to remind you? Because you'll go,
let's
okay,
go.
let's go. We were on the gondola, you and I had there was a beautiful view. I was looking at you and I was like, oh, this is so pretty. There's a really nice background. So I'm going to take a photo of you. But of course, I always do video first. So I'm taking a video. And I said, oh, this is so nice because you got the moose behind you. And it was like a decal on the window of the gondola.
Let's do wide open first.
Okay. So pretty. I want to keep filming because I want to get to the trees.
Wait, did you look at your video?
Oh, the moose. All right, now.
Is there a moose? I wanted to get behind you.
And I don't know why I thought it was a moose, but the guy next to us goes, it's a cowboy, but yeah, close enough. And he said it with this tone because he was like a younger dude. And I just went, oh my God, it's a cowboy. I don't know how I saw a moose, but I saw a moose. And I said, well, I guess I would fail those ink blot tests and end up in an asylum or something like that. Because that's how much it didn't look like a moose. Once I realized it was a cowboy with a swinging a cowboy hat. I don't know how I saw a moose. So that started off, but was worse when he said it. I was like, I don't really get that embarrassed. I kind of just went, oh yeah, stupid me. I don't really get embarrassed. But what happened after is I could not stop laughing. I kept playing it over and over in my head, the whole gondola ride. I couldn't look at you. I couldn't breathe. I had my mask over my face. I got into one of those ridiculously over laughing states that I could not get out of. There were tears coming out through my mask. I don't even know if you know this to this point. I know you saw my shoulders shaking that I was laughing, but I was out of control to the point of punchy crazy, as if we had just taken a gummy or something. I was laughing. I couldn't contain myself for the whole ride, and I couldn't even breathe because I was trying so hard to stifle the laugh. So that was a problem. And I was dying to say something else to him, but I couldn't. I didn't think he had any sense of humor whatsoever. So I had to just let it go. Very dry.
It wasn't that, not to be mean, it wasn't that funny, but somehow you found it to be
couldn't get over it.
Most hilarious thing you've ever done in your entire life.
I guess because I just kept playing over. How did I even think it was a moose, and how stupid it was that I thought it was a moose, and how he must have thought this wacky old lady. All the scenarios were playing in my head, and it just got funnier and funnier and funnier to me. So I know it wasn't that funny, but it got funny to me. So that was one thing. The other thing, nobody witnessed this, but I'm going to recap what happened because I told you about it. I went down and we were in a restaurant and the bathroom was downstairs. So I go down to go to the bathroom, and then I'm coming up the stairs and I feel, now my legs are tired. This is after day 2 of skiing now at this point. So my legs are tired. I'm like coming up the steps slowly, and I sense a younger being behind me. I don't know. So I say, oh, let me just pep up my step a little bit. So I go to like hop up a few steps. My foot gets caught. I freaking fall. When I say I fell, I went flying, and I was facing him backwards, like in a birthing position. I'm facing this teenage boy who's just looking at me like, are you okay? And I felt like I was 90 and I was stuck. I said, yeah, I'm okay. And I said, could you just help me up? And so he's trying to hoist me up, and he's halfway down the stairs and I'm at the top, and oh my God, it was a complete disaster. But that was just like, how many things could happen? I came back to the table just laughing, and I couldn't control myself, but nobody witnessed it. So I was by myself in my laughter. Most of my things were just my own good time. As usual.
Yeah.
Like my dance parties are in my head. The music's always playing, and I'm always having some laughs. So yeah, a few things. Whatever. What are you gonna do? You didn't have any embarrassing moments. Never any embarrassing moments for Julie.
No,
why do you think that is?
I don't know. If someone's behind me on the stairs, I'm not gonna hurry up.
Okay.
I'm gonna go my own pace.
Good point.
Or get to the side.
I don't know.
I don't know. I don't know. That's a good question.
Oh, whatever. And then of course we decide we're going to go into town. We get on a bus. The bus ride's really long. We get into town. It's like a blizzard that night. So it's the wind's whipping in our face. We had to absolutely remember the first time we went on the bus, and then the second time the bus was like an hour and a half ride for a 45-minute ride because it was so much traffic. I said we tried everything. We tried to we kept making the most of it. That's what I'm going to say.
We did. We did make the most of it.
We did. My favorite part was your favorite part of the trip.
You go first.
Okay. My favorite part was it was my day I was bummed out because we had planned a spa day and the sun came out and I was like, we did this all backwards. And I was getting all down about how the order of business that we did and that we had this really nice day now when we had already returned our skis, so we couldn't ski. So I was getting
hold on,
a negative space. Go ahead.
We were because then we went on the gondola, whatever. We overheard a ski instructor say that day would have been harder to ski than the 2 previous days because it was warmer and the snow was melting, making the snow a lot heavier. Okay. So I still don't think it would have been like the best ski day because I think it would have been crazy.
All right, we can run with that idea. But I will say that day I was in my down space because of that. And then you said, let's just get a ticket to the gondola and go to the top of the mountain and see it because the view will be pretty today because it was so sunny and it was blue skies and it was stunning. And that ended up to be my favorite part of the trip when we went up on that gondola and we didn't have skis on. We literally got online. We were the only people with no skis, which in itself you would think if we gave a shit, we'd be embarrassed, but we didn't care. We get on the gondola, we go up with these people and where the embarrassing thing happened with the boy with the moose thing. Anyway, we get to
that wasn't then.
Wasn't that? Oh, okay.
No,
okay, this was the mellow trip up the gondola. Yeah. This was our second time. So we get up there and then it was just all free for all, taking pictures, making content, doing what we love to do, not caring what people think. Even you sort of didn't care what people think.
I tried.
You tried. You were my primo videographer. I captured all my dance moves. And then you even went off by yourself and took some selfies in your mortified state trying to do it in public.
Yeah, it was just too many people.
It was fun though.
It was really fun. That was a good part.
That was my
see, like the views. Yeah. We finally got to I don't know, get some proof that we were on a ski trip because I feel like otherwise we didn't have any pictures of the mountains or anything.
Well, we couldn't really the visibility was poor. We couldn't really take photos. And I tried to take my camera out and get some pictures when we were going up the lifts, but my hands were frozen so fast I couldn't even. It was painful. I had to put the phone back. And then I tried to get skiing pictures of you I try and get some footage of you, but I picked the wrong spot every time on the mountain.
They always pick the flattest part, and I'm like,
well, it was the safest part to stop. It was the safest part for me to stop. I don't know.
It does not make it for good dramatic video.
Next year I'll do better. I thought it was funny that the whole trip we were comparing everything to Park City. For the first 3 days, all we did was talk about in Park City, it's better with this, and this is better in Park City. It was pretty funny.
So next year we're going to Park City, everybody.
Okay, yes, come with. And spa time was fun, so I enjoyed the spa a lot, which I haven't done spa time in years. I haven't really done spa time. So it was, except for when we go on ski trips and we go in the hot tub, but this was full on. We had a spa day. I had a facial. Haven't had that in a long time. Total chill, really, really good. And we did find the perfect hot chocolate. Let's not forget that. That was we went into
important town. Find.
It was such a major find. That hot chocolate was good. We ate bison for the first time. That was, I thought that was amazing. That was so good. For those of you who might think bison is going to be compared to elk or deer or anything like that, those other animals for the meat eaters are more gamey tasting. Bison was even like a finer fillet. So it was very tenderloin, perfect. I loved that meal. It was really good. It was really fun.
We had good food, which I know is not usually a priority for you, but is for me. We had really good food.
We did
almost every day.
I left the meals
except for the lodge situation. We could not. This was one thing. We could not find one single banana in this freaking town.
Let's talk about that.
All we wanted to get was a banana, so that in the morning we could have a banana with some almond butter on toast. Could not find one single effing banana.
That was strange.
Hotel didn't have any. The little grocery general store mart didn't have any.
Yeah, what do you think that was about? There was in general at that little grocery store, no fresh fruit or
No
anything. So
fresh
maybe
fruit.
it's just because of where it was located to get the fresh fruit
Yeah.
there. But I don't know. To me, bananas are that would be an easy
Basic.
find. That's a basic fruit to keep on hand. So I was surprised by that too. I kind of missed it. I just started eating bananas recently again because before I stopped eating them for a while for some reason because they were repeating on me. If I eat them before I go running, they always repeat on me. So I stopped eating them in the morning because of that. And but then I was kind of craving a banana and I couldn't have it.
So interesting fact about bananas is that because I have like stomach problems, so if I eat a banana that's too ripe, it will repeat on me. But if I eat a banana that's like more on the not ripe side, like where it's more a little more like green and like hard, it won't repeat on me. So
Wow, I had no idea
it has like
was
it's like something with like how when it ripens, like the chemicals, like I don't know what happens.
well, they get
but
sweeter when they get riper too. So there's more, I don't know if there's more sugar content or something.
I don't know what it is, but
Or
yeah.
acid. Huh. Okay. Never really thought about that one. But yeah, I was
Yeah.
really missing the bananas myself. And that's not something I usually care about. I was missing the banana.
You had some good desserts though.
Of course. I always find the sweet treats. But it was good. That place we found for the hot chocolate was, and the reason why it was so perfect in my book is I like a milkier hot chocolate. And it was foamy where I didn't even know when it went from foam to liquid in the cup. It was like a smooth transition. This is like the hot chocolate connoisseur moment, but it wasn't too foamy. So the foam even tasted like it was liquidy. And then when it got to the liquid, I didn't notice the change. And I love that about that hot chocolate. Altier Ortega or something like that was the name of it. Altier, something. It was a Mexican chocolate. They mentioned, do you want a Mexican or do you want, they gave me two choices, French or Mexican, I think. I thought that was interesting. In hindsight, I wish I would have bought some of that hot chocolate just to see, but I don't think it would have, I don't think it would have been perfect. The way they warmed the milk.
Steamed it. Yeah.
They did the steam thing. It was perfect. It was a perfect hot chocolate. Oh my gosh.
Anything else about this trip?
About the trip? I don't know. I don't think so. I want to say something about a product right now, just because it's in front of me and it came to my mind because I was just polishing my nails. Can I say something about this? Because I'm hoping that
you're going to get off topic.
I have to get off topic for 1 second, but you did your nails on the trip. You brought nail polish. We made time for spa time. You did time for nail time. I didn't bring nail polish remover. In hindsight, I would have brought this. Okay. Here, let me show it over here. What the heck? Show it to this camera. In hindsight, I would have brought this because here's a nail polish that stays tightly shut. It's not going to leak all over my bag. And inside of it, it's got, it's a remover pot. Oh, shoot. I just touched it on my nail. So it's got a little sponge in there. And when you stick your finger in, it takes the nail polish off no matter how dark the color. I have to talk about this because I'm not a big product endorser, but I just made a video showing, because I decided when I was going to use this for the first time, I'm going to do it on camera and just see how good it is. And I was mind blown. Boom, 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 clean. Boom, 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 clean. Nothing on my fingers. So excited. So by the time this goes live, I hope to have an affiliate link for Olive and June. And I am a fan. And Julie hooked me up with this. They also have this
amazing
primer.
Top coat.
The primer is the primer is the base coat and then the amazing top coat. So really, really loving that. And hopefully we can
and
get ourselves an affiliate link.
I tried to buy a different nail polish pot because I was just at CVS and I needed a nail polish remover and they had one. It is crap compared to the Olive and June one. It does not work at all.
I've never even seen a nail polish remover pot before.
It is so bad. I just need to throw it away at this point because it literally does zero.
So what the heck? Is it because of it must be whatever it is type of nail polish remover. Wow.
I need to get some.
This is a game changer. I can't believe it. That's why this is why I think as much as I don't want to, I don't want to be sponsoring and doing fake thing. I don't want to do any fake sponsors. But when I really like a thing, I want to talk about it because it's that good for me. And I think this is game changing. And I want to tell my friends, forget about online or forget about social media. I'm such a fan of this. I can't even take it. I haven't even tried this. This is the top drops that are drying drops. I didn't try those yet.
Those are great.
Are they great?
Should we discuss, I know we kind of talked about the travel thing. Should we discuss my video that went viral about your brand deal potential for a second?
Sure, why not? Of course.
Maybe we can have Steven, roll the clip.
Roll the clip.
I need your help. This is my mom, the mothership. Y'all know and love her. This woman has almost 1 million followers across her TikTok, Instagram, YouTube, everything. I think she probably has 1 million followers. She has a monthly reach of over 3 million. She has a super high engagement rate. She has one of the most dedicated followings I've seen, and I've worked in social media. This woman has the same followings that those huge influencers in their 20s and 30s have, and she cannot get a single brand deal. Now I wonder why. I wonder why. Okay. I think it's because she's older and she's a hip person. She wants to work with brands that she wears. And you know what she wears? Aritzia, Anthropologie. She wears Athleta. She wears American Eagle. She does Nuuly. And guess what? All these brands are working with influencers who are smaller, have a less engaged following, and they're probably paying them so much money. My mom could do so much better. I think these brands refuse to work with her because she's older, and I think that is really messed up. She works hard for her following. I work as like her manager trying to get her brand deals. I've made media kits, I've done reach outs, I've done emails, I follow the playbook that if we packaged her as a 20-year-old, she would be making like 6 figures every month just from brand deals. But I don't know, we can't make that happen, and I wonder why. I don't really know why I'm making this. I don't know if this will actually do anything, but let's get some brands' attentions. Let's get their attention. Let's get them on the mothership, because this woman deserves to work with brands, to create great content, and she's not getting those opportunities because they don't see her as a valuable commodity in the world of influencer marketing. And guess what? She is. Her audience is. And they are missing out. And you are missing out. That's my rant for the day.
It was stressful for me that you posted that, but I was, it's not like something I would post. But when I saw it, and I was blindsided, so people should know that I had no idea. Just the way you don't know what content I'm posting when we're not together, I also don't know what content you're posting. So you'll show up on my For You page and it's a video about me, and I never know what it's going to be. So.
Yeah. So the point of me doing that was, I feel like sometimes when people complain on the internet, brands notice them, or people will tag the brands and then the brands will notice them. So kind of was like that, and kind of just putting this idea out there that it is very hard for you to get brand sponsorships because you are an older creator, and yeah, you have like great metrics, great engagement, whatever. And, so frustrating because a lot of the comments were like, fashion isn't your niche, so that doesn't make sense for marketers. And maybe I'll make a rebuttal to this because I think it needs to be said. It doesn't matter that fashion is not your niche. You have a big enough audience where working with those brands gives them brand awareness. You're not exactly like, maybe you don't get the most conversions, but the fact that you reach 3 million people a month, they're paying for your awareness. So, and it just doesn't make that logic doesn't check out, because you see these huge Gen Z young influencers in their 20 going on these like Tarte Bora Bora trips, promoting like really expensive makeup, really expensive hotels. They're not, their audience of 22-year-olds isn't booking a trip to fucking Bora Bora and staying in those overwater bungalows.
No. My audience is, though, which is crazy.
Your audience is, because they have the money. So it just doesn't, whenever someone says that as an argument because it's not your niche, I'm like, well, all these other influencers who do beauty and fashion always do brand deals outside their niche because it's for awareness. But it doesn't even make sense, because when Alex Earl does a video with like, I don't even know, like the Four Seasons, you think a 23-year-old post-grad like girl is going to book a trip to the Four Seasons?
No. I've been, since you've said that to me, I have been so aware of it. And now when I see an influencer promoting something, I purposely I tap on it and I go to their videos to see what their niche is, and I see what their following is. And literally 9 times out of 10, their following is less than half of mine. And sometimes even more, less than that, sometimes a quarter, sometimes less. So I question that. And then I look at their videos and I'm like, this has nothing to do with, this has nothing to do with fashion either. And it's just like a lifestyle person that's posting, or they just like to talk about things. I just saw a girl, I really like following her. She tells a funny storyteller. In no way is she a beauty influencer or a makeup influencer. No way. She is a storyteller. She does funny stories she works in a bar. She tells funny stories about things that happened to her. She is promoting some kind of, shaving product or something. And I'm like, now that has nothing to do with her niche. Why? And it's a sponsored post, and I'm sure she's getting paid well for it. And I don't wish that though they're not getting those sponsorships at all. That's not the point. I'm happy for them. I just think that's where the unfairness falls in, because I have people in my Instagram story that write me back and say, I hope you were paid for that. Because every time you post something, I always go find it. I always go check it out. I know people are going to be purchasing this nail polish pot when I start talking about it, because it's
one thing that
good.
I've seen is that a tactic you could take with brands you really, really, really like
Yes,
Olive
is
and June,
start making content.
and we're in contact with them. Is I've seen people who will post videos about a product unsponsored, but then I'll see it a few weeks later and it's a sponsored post. So that brand saw the video and is pushing it out as whitelisted content, and I'm sure they are paying the creator some sort of fee to now be using that, because it's originally a super organic video.
Right.
Like that's how they're finding. I think that's
they're
how
finding their
brands
stuff, and
are
they're buying the rights.
They're buying the rights to the video after the fact versus like paying for it up front, because they're like, well, this video is already super successful, so let's just put some ad dollars behind it. So as much as we say like don't necessarily post about all your dream brands and make all these dream videos for brands you want to work with, then it's just free. There is a way to do it. Like if you just carefully curate when you talk about the brands, and if you like Olive and June, for example, you're going to post about them whether or not they pay you. Like
I am, because I really like it.
It's for those diehard brands. So
what I wanted to do, and this is just strategy on my side because I like to think strategically. Sometimes I don't do it often, but I think I should get an affiliate link. What? I don't think strategic. You think strategically.
That's a quote.
I don't.
That's a Helen quote. Let's put that on a t-shirt. I don't like to think strategically.
It's true. I don't. But on this particular one, I think it would make sense for me to at least get an affiliate link to see how many clicks. So I messaged them to say, let me see if I can get an affiliate link. That way, at least I can see, do people click on the link when I talk about something, or are they just, or is it just brand awareness, which it surely could be. And I think I think both have value, but I would like to know if there's some metrics I could have to prove. Because look what happened when I did that pledge video a million years ago. That was like 2020 TikTok, and then again in 2021. 2 pledge TikToks that I did have like 2 million plus views, and all people going, oh my God, I didn't know you could use pledge for that. The spray that wood cleaner that you can use on your refrigerator. How many people? I have not seen one free container of pledge enter my life, and that has millions of views. And the same with and I've had multiple videos because I did some response videos and those went viral. So it's just frustrating. And I know maybe it was just that brand that didn't pay attention, and maybe this one will. I just got to keep going.
I think your process here should be like email them, ask if they have affiliate links. If they don't, I say you post the video and see how well it does.
Okay.
And then you follow up with them and be like, look, I posted this video. It got this many views.
Okay.
Like, would you be interested in like sponsoring this video? Or like, do you want to like put ad dollars behind this video because I think it's working? Or do you want to work on a future partnership and like present ideas?
All right, let's do it. That's going to be the new strategy, just for the things I like, because the things I like, it's very easy for me to talk about them in real. I really like them. So I want to recommend them to friends. It's just like how the whole influencer industry started with people you trust recommending things to you, honestly. And then it blew up into something where everybody was being paid. And so they're going to say whatever, and it's hard to know what to believe. It became like advertising, but it didn't start that way. It started with your favorite creators that you liked and trusted. You kind of like what they were wearing, or you wanted to hear what they were using for their skin. So I'm on board, Julie. We're going to move forward. I'm not saying that we're going to go into, let's have every piece of content I put out there be a sponsorship. No, that would just make me, number one, bored, and I'd feel icky about it. I'd rather just talk about the things I really like when I feel like talking about them. We're just going to keep it all authentic. It's the only way. It was just funny when I decided to do this on camera and pick up this thing and just go, I'm going to do it for the first time on camera. So it was a real reaction of me using this for the first time.
That video's I watched it. That video is like my parodies of influencers trying products for the first time on camera.
Only I really was, because I was like, what? I couldn't believe when it came. I didn't think it was going to work that good. I think that's what my mind was ready for, something else. And I thought I was going to do it. And then I'm not going to make a video about this. So I was shocked. So I can't wait. We got to put that video clip in here because it's so real. It is so the moment that it happened. I don't think I could possibly fake it, really, the way I reacted, because I was so excited. There you have it. I don't know. What do you think? Are we good?
I think that's it for today. I don't know.
I think we're all caught up. Well, I'm going to give you the task of getting back to me on what the plans are for next ski season, what you found. Park City. We know what week we're going, and we just have to know where we're going. So that's your task. Okay. And my task is going to be to get my ass an affiliate link here for this, so we can see if we can start making a difference and get paid for some of this work that we're doing. Because it is not for anything. It is work. And when we put out our Socialized podcast and our Socialized newsletter, and I'm putting out content, it all takes time, and it's only fair that at some point it pays us back.
Yeah.
I'm ready for it.
Same.
Well,
I'm like, should I start
LFG
reaching out
brands,
for brand deals?
I think
I
you
was
should.
like debating if I should, because I'm like, even if I just get like $500, like that's what I would charge for like a video.
I think you should do it. Matter of fact, I can name a friend of mine who has 20,000 followers and gets plenty of brand deals. So we'll talk offline about that. And yay, she's young.
Yeah, maybe it's time.
Caveat that she's young.
Yeah, that's why I feel like maybe I have it's going to be really annoying if I'm able to get brand deals for like, little chump change, little pocket change, but I can't get you a brand deal because it just seems backwards.
It seems backwards, but I have a thought on this. If you start getting brand deals and you make the good connections with the brands, and then you say, oh, my mom has 1 million followers, we can do a collab together. Wouldn't it be fun to do some mother-daughter brand sponsorships?
I think it would. Yeah.
God, I would love that. I think we could have a really good time with that. Let's channel that.
I agree.
I'm still manifesting the Today Show, but in the meantime, we can manifest this, because the Today Show is, I told you I have my thoughts on the Today Show. Why are they going to manifest? Why are they going to bring me on to get people off the Today Show and onto social media? They want the opposite. But little do they know that I could bring the social media audience over to the Today Show, because I have an audience that would support and come and see me on the Today Show if I was on there. So hello, Today Show. Let's go. Let's go. All right. Let's manifest lots of things this week. Okay.
Okay.
Yours truly,
Helen and Julie.
And if you enjoyed the episode, please leave us a review. And as always, feel free to drop a comment. Go over, visit us on our Instagram, yourstruly.thepod. On Instagram, isn't it .thepod or is it .the podcast? Why do I always forget?
Yours truly, the podcast.
Yours truly. Why don't we check it? Make sure.
Yeah, yours truly the podcast, because the email is yours truly the podcast.
Okay.
But the Instagram is yours truly the podcast. Send us questions.
Send us some questions so we can have some episodes where we can, focus on a topic of choice.
Maybe we put that in the Socialized newsletter this week.
Oh, good idea.
So that we can actually do a question and answer episode. I love doing those.
That would be a good idea. Okay, let's do that. And
let's use our own ad space.
Let's use our own ad space, because no one else is using it at the moment, and they should be. Coming soon, thanks to Megan. All right, and if you don't know where to find us, we're both on social medias at The Mothership with a U, and at Julie Polisi without an E on Julie. And we come together at hellosocialize.com, where we probably, by the time you're hearing this, have our new website up and running. And I am so pumped for the new website. Forgot to tell you that, Julie. I'm really excited for it. I have to say, when I saw your design of it and I saw how organized everything is, it's going to be the go-to for anybody who wants to learn, workshops, classes, get to the podcast, get the newsletter. It's all in one place, and I am so excited. So go and look for us, hellosocialize.com. Thanks for listening. Bye.